It is generational. I'm the third generation that I know myself that is living with diabetes. Both my grandmothers had diabetes. Some of my early memories is of me being in, I think, middle school, and my maternal grandmother boiling her glass syringes and metal needles and taking like little shots of insulin in the morning. So like I have seen this around me, and I have a lot of knowledge and lived experience passed on to me because of that. Hi, my name is Lubna Aslam, and this Diabetes Awareness Month, I'm making time to spill the diabetes with Diabetes Canada. I received my pre-diabetes diagnosis at 37. We started managing it, but it was 38 when I received my type 2 diabetes diagnosis. I think the sign and the symptom that really was bothering me was chronic fatigue. I used to wake up feeling as if a truck had run over my body. I was also very busy taking care of my 9-year-old son and my 7-year-old daughter. So everything that was happening to me, I was like, oh, I'm tired because I'm so busy parenting. But it was significant enough that I wanted to go to the doctor and have them take a look at it. I thought anemia, but it was diabetes. When we talk about, when we hide things, when we don't talk about things that we live with, we kind of feed into the stigma. We kind of feed into the exact same stereotypes. I was not irresponsible. I was not someone with misplaced priorities. I was not the one to be blamed. This is something I say 11 years since my diagnosis. I could have been here much earlier if I had seen more people talk about their diagnosis and talk about living a very fulfilling and a happy life. I think that would have impacted me if I was exposed to that earlier. So I think it is important that we don't feed into stigma, we actually feed into knowledge. There is a lot of misinformation out there. So I think what we are all trying to do in this age of information is to empower ourselves to make the right decisions. I think it is important to understand good sources of information from bad sources of information. Understand that when you want to manage your diabetes or you want to think about treatments, it takes a fraction of the time to actually go to like the Diabetes Canada website or the guidelines website, or just understanding your own body and understanding its needs and how others are dealing with it. I think my grandmother and her way of thinking was always like, the right thing to do is for me to live a life without diabetes. Like, you know, she just wanted to remedy, to overcome, to go back to having a life without diabetes, right? But I have understood that, you know, that is not the realities of it, and the realities of it is, again, understanding the right sources of information and getting in touch with them. When you are newly diagnosed, the first thing you need to do is honor your emotions. I know it is not going to be an easy news. It is going to be a difficult news. Honor your emotions. Go through the understanding of what your body needs now. Take a minute, but don't stay down there. You need to spring back up. Knowledge is power. Get connected with others. There are 4 million individuals living with diabetes in Canada. Get connected with Diabetes Canada. Understand that there is a whole huge knowledge resource for people who lived with diabetes, from a very strong community of researchers, from wonderfully invested healthcare providers. And it is not just doable, you're gonna champion living with diabetes. Just give yourself that time to come to acceptance, and when you're ready, we're here. This Diabetes Awareness Month, let's make time to spill the diabetes. Help Diabetes Canada raise awareness by sharing your experience living with diabetes. Post a video of yourself and your journey to Facebook or Instagram and tag Diabetes Canada at Diabetes Canada using hashtag #SpillTheDiabetes, hashtag Let's Make Time, and hashtag Diabetes Awareness Month.